I am the stone if the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that lets you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won.
YouTube is self-informed. I already did this video once, but I gotta redo this shit because fucking can't have videos of 10 minutes of fuck long. So, alright. Something has really been getting on my fucking nerves, and I cannot stand this shit. It's driving me fucking crazy. It's the fact that kids these days that are having sex and smoking marijuana are looked down upon for it. Shit, I have sex and smoke marijuana. Look at me. I am actually fucking smarter than where kids should be at my age. I'm top of my class. I'm 6 weeks ahead of the motherfucker. And I got a plain out A. Like, my overall grades for all my classes put combined are like 99.7 or some shit. And these kids are basically being driven by their parents and by all this other shit to get into bigger drugs than just marijuana. And I'll tell you guys this right now. This is what I'm picturing it as. I don't get why it's wrong, because, I mean, think of it. Let's go back in ancient times. You got the Mayans. The Mayans married at age 14, had children at age 14, and smoked marijuana, and the motherfuckers had pyramids just like the Egyptians. Maybe not as big, but still had pyramids just like the Egyptians. Had a calendar so fucking precise that it's only not even 1 second off from today's calendar. And it's just really pressing me. This issue is pressing me like a motherfucker. You got all this shit going on. You got everything like that. I mean, let's go to ancient Greece. Ancient Greece did the same thing, smoked marijuana, married at age 14, or around there somewhere, and had children. Some other countries still do this today. They do. Some other countries still do this today. Why doesn't America? My grandparents said when they were little, they didn't even know that the opposite sex had a different part down there than them. Nobody ever talked about sex, hardly ever cussed, and back in the old days, like my grandpa is 80-some, he was a boy when they illegalized marijuana. He said that was the worst mistake they could have ever done, because right after that, there was a huge fucking Great Depression. So, you know what? The illegalization of marijuana, people don't want to admit it, but it did cause a Great Depression. Hold on. Alright. Now, people didn't get this shit. People still won't get this shit. Why are we leading these kids to do other shit? Think of it this way. They're basically like, their parents think, alright, just because somebody else jumps off a bridge doesn't mean they're going to do it. Motherfucker, I love to jump off bridges. I don't know what your ass talking about, but I love to jump off bridges. Just depends how high the bridge is, what's underneath the bridge, if there's traffic under the bridge, how fast is the traffic coming my way or going the other way. That's what I think about. And is it okay if when I jump, I land on the median in the middle. That's how I think of jumping off my bridge. Now think of you and your parents, and you standing next to the bridge, smoking some marijuana, and your parents are like, you stop that right now. You're grounded like a motherfucker. Down at the bottom, you see all this crack, cocaine, all these other drugs with all your friends, and your friends are basically saying, hey man, these drugs make you feel better. And you know what? To have your parents tell you, you know, that you're not shit, that you're this, you're that they don't like you, it drives you to do some really insane shit because that's your fam, you know? You're supposed to relate to them. You know what? I mean, it turns out to be these own kids' fucking parents, alright, that drives them off the edge of this bridge. And they go and do this crack and cocaine and ecstasy, and then they wander their ass into traffic. And getting hit is either going to jail or dying or getting in gang-related shit. I mean, really, these parents don't think about today's day and age and how these motherfuckers think. Let me check my time. Alright, I'm at 5:54. They don't think about this shit at all, and it's driving me crazy that their own parents can't fucking think and realize what nagging at them and shit will make them do. Because kids nowadays, they want to do anything to get away from something that they have to do, or they want to do anything to stay away from conflict with their parents. So it makes sense that they would go and jump off this bridge and do this shit. Like, really, it does. And it really does drive me crazy sometimes that people's parents are not fucking thinking as well as they should be thinking. I mean, really. For example, if you're a pothead and you got kids, you need to keep your weed and your kids fucking separated. 'Cause if you don't, that shit will fuck up your own kids. Because, see, this is what they think when they see their parents doing it. Oh, because, see, it's kind of like conflicting memories when you think about it, because their school's telling them, oh, don't do this. Weed don't even hurt you, though. Their school's telling them, oh, it hurts you, it causes cancer. No, it doesn't. And they're being told all this shit from their school, and then their parents are smoking weed, and then they go and do that, but they don't get told anything else about any of the other drugs, and it drives them to go and do that drug. It drives them to go and become fucking crack kids, you know? Alright, I just hit 8 minutes. Well, yeah, that's what I've been really fucking obsessed about lately, that parents gotta stop and fucking think. They gotta stop and fucking think about this shit right now before some shit happens, and they're not gonna like the shit that happens. I mean, really, I've seen women turn in, or girls turn in to whores and sluts from a fucking brothel because their parents, at first they started out with weed, their parents nagged at them, and then they went and did something else because their parents didn't accept their marijuana. That doesn't even hurt you, in fact has medical benefits. I know, I've studied. I know, I've smoked the shit since I was 7, alright? I think I know what the fuck I'm doing when I'm talking about this shit, alright? Peace out, YouTube. Alpha informing out. And if I wanted to steal somebody else's line, I'd say have a good day and a better tomorrow. But no. Just make sure your life and make sure your family is real good, because if you lose your family, you'll go to someplace else and you'll lose your real friends that you truly have. Peace out, YouTube. Alpha Informant out.